What's up, guys? We got the second part of the developer notes that we were talking about that were released just after SWC. And these are pretty much a lot of people thought that, including me, was like, okay, it's gonna come in like 1 or 2 days. Like it got announced on the Saturday. I was like, okay, maybe Monday, Tuesday. We're close to the Siege tournament, so maybe like a little bit of delay because they don't want to do this thing at a Siege tournament. But this is going to talk all about that, when it's gonna happen, how that's gonna happen. So we have been checking your reactions to the 8.1.4 update, developer notes in various channels, and we are very happy to see that many of you are very excited about this update. We deeply appreciate your interest and support, so that's definitely very good. So this is part 2. So we're going to talk about 3 things. Additional rewards for Glory Towers, Buildings, Guild Flags upgrade, details of selling the selected feature of improving repeat battles. That's definitely one that I was thinking about. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be, I would say, going to be too much on like, oh, the no speed is sell kind of track. So let's see what they have to talk about those. First of all, we have the 8.1.4 update scheduled at the 15th of November. As of recording this video, it's the 10th of November. This was posted pretty much like 50 minutes ago. So it is taking a little bit of time. I think they have to do it mainly because of the siege battles. Yeah, they also mentioned it. We're currently working diligently until the last minute to ensure update is applied flawless. As major changes happening going through time, there will be a server maintenance required. Well, that does make sense. Considering the development and testing of circumstances, server maintenance time, and siege battle tournament, we decided to perform the update on the 15th of November. 15th of November will be hitting at a that is going to be a Wednesday. So next Wednesday, that's a date that we normally don't have any patches, but yeah, that's mainly because of the Siege tournament, I would say. That is also the date that I will be in Hanoi, most likely. So I might be scheduling some time to maybe do like a stream at that moment, like an evening stream or something like that. Because currently I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, also known as Saigon, but going to Hanoi probably on the 13th, which is Monday, and then gonna stay there until the 16th. So the timing for the update for me is not too bad. But let's look into it, what they will actually do. So yep, already read that. We'll just notify you once again if the schedule changes. So that I love the transparency in this. Like just say like, okay, we're planning to do the 15th, but if it's not the case, we'll let you know. So absolutely love that. Keep that up, Countess. Absolutely love it. Additional rewards for glory buildings and guild flags. As we mentioned previously, developer notes we prepare for the 8.1.4 based on your feedback collected between Reloaded and Sky Fever event. Yeah, this is like what we didn't like and what we did like. Especially we thought allowing you to level up glory buildings with fever points earned from scenarios and dungeons rather than only doing that from arena was a great approach. Totally agree. And the main thing is a lot of people don't really like to do arena too much. Like I would still recommend either after this change do your rifle battles. Rifle battles just gives you like the crystals and all of that kind of stuff. But you're not really forced to like, okay, I have to always check if my arena wings are off cooldown first thing I wake up in the morning. I have to clear all of my arena wings. No, you don't actually have to do all of that stuff anymore. You can just do whatever, but do a little bit of arena for just the rifles and then just let the whole content on the side afterwards. This gave us the idea of allowing summoners to upgrade glory buildings and flags naturally as they progress, which had been one of the obstacles for new players that they faced for a long time by leveling up their accounts. Yep. So there's a few things like right now, if you play a new account, that takes quite a while, and that is flags and skill ups, or like flags, glory towers, and skill ups. They're addressing two of those. I would say that skill ups, 4-star skill ups, come to us when, maybe, I don't know. However, we realized that the rewards announcing on previous developer notes were not enough to satisfy those who upgraded the Glory Towers previously via the Sky Fever event or already maxed them. Well, to be honest, we're getting free scrolls. Like, can't complain. I might as well said like, suck my ass. I don't care what you're getting. So to be honest, we already got quite some stuff. They mentioned like the 250 mystical scrolls. That's a good amount, but let's see what they made it at. So, okay, that, yes. This we decided this matter internally once again and decided to give out additional rewards as following. Man, people are gonna do mental summon sessions, man. Like, we thought there were a lot of, like, net 5s popping up in the chat when they gave, like, the free Transcendent Scroll. This is gonna be a lot more than that because, to be honest, one Transcendent Scroll is one net 5. this could be what could be zero. For you, it's gonna be zero. For mine, it's gonna be zero. But for that other guy, it's gonna be 4 or 5. So it kind of levels out, right? That's how it works. No, you're gonna get your Gucci stuff on this. So we have 250 will be according to the remaining level up as is. Okay. Then we have another 150 will be giving according to the total upgrades of your glory towers and flags. If the sum of glory towers and flags is wait, if the glory towers are some upgrade level 150 or higher, 150 missiles will be given. Okay, shouldn't be too hard. Like I think there's a lot of towers, so getting this, I think most people should get it. Even my alt will probably get like straight up to 150. If the sum of the glory towers and guild flags is lower than 150, mystical scrolls will be given out according to that level specifically. For example, if you have level 100, then you would get 100. Well, I would say that most likely my alt already has like more than 150 levels because you have all of the elements, which is 5 elements. So therefore, you already have like 100 if you have all of them max. Of course, you level the elements less, but you have like speed, HP, defense, sanctuary tower, blah blah blah, attack, crit damage. So I would say that most people are probably over 150, even if you didn't max all of your elemental ones as well. So that's definitely good. We get another reward on top of that. Bonus mystical scroll will be given per level if you upgraded each building to from level 16 to 20. For instance, additional 5 mystical scrolls will be given for the type 1 rewards. Okay, upgraded to level 20. Okay. Wow, wait, is this on top of all of those? So if there's probably like what? I would say that I would have to check it, but let's say there's like 12 total towers that you could do, including the flags is another 4. So 16. Are we gonna get another 16 times 5 scrolls on that? Jesus. Additionally, wait, that's people are gonna get like 500 scrolls straight up. Holy shite. Additionally, one legendary scroll will be given if you max level 20 on each of the buildings. So shouldn't I just max the build? Man, I should have maxed the buildings of like the energy, like cashback thingies. Wait, so with this change, summoners that are level 50 with all of the glory buildings and glory towers max will be getting 20. Okay, there's 20 buildings, 20 legendary scrolls and 250 crystals right after the update, so they can get another 250 mystical crystals resulting in, or 200 mystical scrolls resulting in 20 legendaries and 50 mystical scrolls. Yo, bro, this is straight up. If you take average rates, you're looking at pretty much like straight up like four net fives. That's a lot of scrolls. So this is literally like the biggest amount of scrolls we've seen for just randomly given out. That's literally insane. Wow. Okay, so that's definitely a good one. Of course, people want the LD scrolls, but you can like feed net fives in for like LD scrolls anyway. So, but that's pretty insane. So now talking about the bulk sell feature, which I was pretty, I kind of like it, but I also think like a lot of people are gonna sell too much stuff on it. But let's see what they do. We mentioned that the bulk sale feature will be improved along with the increase of the total repeat battle. Counting the previous developer note, we'd like to tell you some more details here. The sell exclusive settings feature will be added with the select menu. Man, that thing is gonna be big as hell. Like if you wanna like tune down all of the knobs on like what stats and the kind of shit. Well, sure, I had some times that you wanted to keep 6-star hero runes to a certain subset property, yes, as a text speed, and sell others if you don't need to. Right away, like the difficult one, like for example, if I get an energy slot 3, if it doesn't have speed, yeah, I do sell it. But should you though? Because if you have one that could roll a energy 3 into 32 HP, resulting in a 42 HP max with defense next to it, flat HP next to it, and it becomes like a super good rune that you can use in your siege offense on the Jilton, should you have sold it? I don't know. I don't know. Well, we're getting a lot of legendaries, so maybe the heroes therefore get less value in the first place, but who knows? Who knows? Wow, this looks good. If this is the average drop rate, I like this already. But let's continue on reading. This is where we came up with the sell exclusive feature so you can filter runes easier than before, okay? Please check the update of the repeat battle. Okay, that looks cool. Like, if this is the average drop rate, like, yo, I'll take that. That looks a lot better than the current blue clue that we get all the time. It is nice to see that we can obtain higher runes than before. That caught my eye as well. Let's look at your dungeon team. I approve. I approve. Pretty early game, but I definitely approve. Let's see which rune types were required. So this is all of the runes that were. How? I was like, let's look at the runes that were required, and you're like, fire runes? I don't. Okay. Before we begin the sorting process, we need to check the rune set and subset, even if it's 6-star legend rune. This so we sorted some of the runes to determine what we want to power up or sell them. I would actually like it, like if we want to go like one step further than this, I would like to select like 6 runes or even 10 runes and then plus 6 them all at the same time, so you don't have to individually plus 6 them. Would be chill as well, but while we wanted to sell the 3 runes shown in the first image, we wanted to power up the 3 below. Let's see if I agree. Wait, you wanted to sell the first 3 runes and you wanted to keep... Bullshit, you rolled this for sure. Like, bullshit, you roll these. Like, legitimately, I roll these. Like, if this gets into a 22 speed on attack and you roll in like a crit rate over here, remove the defense for crit damage is a keep. This one, maybe not really, but if you, depending on like how good your account is, like if you triple roll this and like another like good 24 in here or another like 18 in there, definitely usable runes on both of them. This is crap. You're not gonna roll that, but and the others is they just have speed. That's I would say roll these two as well, but okay. Then let's see how we can exclude those 3 runes from being sold, and then sell exclusive settings. Okay. Here you can see the menu being called sell exclusive setting, and we have the sell option displaying tapped when the sell exclusive or sell selected. Jesus, man, these namings. Button is prioritized and the main property to determine whether you want to sell them or not. Then you can exclude those runes categorized by previous sell option. Oh man, this is gonna be like a messy setting, I think. From selling by settings, there's sub options, values. Okay, man, I expect this to be a long as fucking thing. Okay, so these are the different steps. Additionally, okay, yeah, I was kind of they actually not gonna lie, they actually made it in a pretty decent looking UI. Like props to the UI designer on this one. Like I'm not sure who did this account to us, but from first look, I thought this would look a lot messier than this, and this already. Like I'm an IT guy, I know like how messy UIs can get, and this looks actually somewhat decent on the UI. Not gonna lie. No, we don't need to save that image. So the following screen will be okay. So from here we can select whatever stats we would. So the stat or above. Wait, how does that work? So you select one, and then this stat or above is a keep, and the other is sell, I guess. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. That's man. If you got 8 taps to do that, so do you have to do that for all of the different sets? How does that work? Because we have more than 8 different rune types. Oh, you can select multiple sets. Okay. Wait, so that does mean that you can combine certain sets and then have like different sell options, so you're creating like layers of filters. Okay, okay, I kind of dig that. I kind of dig that. So in this case, we have the prefix yes, no. Okay. So in this case, we're saying we want to have 5 speed or above, 8 HP or above. Okay. 5 crit rate or above, 6 attack or above. Oh, okay, okay, for all runes. I wonder if it's like an if or thingy or like an if else thingy or an or thingy or an and thingy. Like they probably mentioned that somewhere later. Because well, it definitely will be an and thingy because it will the moment it matches one of the thresholds, it will keep the rune. If it doesn't match any of the thresholds, it will sell the rune or it will be selected as sell. That makes most amount of sense. So we have the set. Yep, we select the set. Then we have the crate. Yep, that will be always 6-star because who the hell wants blue runes? Can we remove them from crafting, please? Then does it have a prefix? Yes or no? Yeah. Like I would never like untick this. Like prefix yes or no, fuck that. Like things without prefix are definitely fine. Then the substats that are desired. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we have that you can reset them on the screen and you have the tab for settings. So you have different settings so you can make different levels of layers in there. And you can also have like one setting, for example, for all. You have one setting for Energy Guard Swift or all of the crappy sets. And then you have one set for Vial Will Shield Swift which is most likely the similar style of runes that you want. Like maybe for Swift you go more specific on the speed, it could be, but even Swift HP is still pretty high value. The runes that were shown before were via Will Shield with the sub-properties of attack speed and HP. As you can see, the same properties with the multiple runes for each set. It looks a little bit complex, but we wanted you to allow cell runes exclusive settings or cell exclusive settings very specific. Okay. While currently testing this feature internally, it is true that our team also thinks that the feature is a little bit complicated. I can see that at first as well. Like I would definitely, the moment that you start playing around with this, I would still double check if a rune is still set in there. And I am 100% sure that this is going to be one of those things where the user is going to be, in this case us, like, oh, it's a bug because I didn't select this rune to be sold. Why is it selling this rune? And then if you actually go through the settings, like, oh, I messed up, not the system messed up. It's definitely going to be one of those. It's very easy for the user to mess up this by not putting the right settings. So this is also where we were concerned. Understandable, understandable. We thought about we should make this feature as simple as possible to enhance accessibility. Yeah, that's the hard thing with like if you're talking about this much freedom of interpretation of using everything, making it simple is very hard. And that's why I said like props to the UI designer for making it relatively look simple. Like I've seen way worse UIs on that one. We thought about, yep, at first, even filtering process should be less detailed with further elaboration to make it more deep. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how many layers deep do you want to go to actually make it difficult? Or do you just straight up go like one layer done? And that's kind of what they did in this case, which I kind of like, I guess. Well, it's pretty much two layers, I would say, like the old system plus now the new system. As a result, we decided to go with the second decision, although accessibility at first won't be that high that you fail the runes details, okay? With the expectation of you not changing the cell exclusive settings that much and settings after considering a rune farming process and needs, we decided to add the feature in this way, even that it might be a bit difficult to grasp at first glance. Yeah, I think for a lot of people at first, like I'll definitely make a guide on this 100%. I might even do like an early stream on this, like on the 15th. I hope I can make it work. Like I'm not sure how good the internet will be as where I'm at, but definitely this is something that would need some guidance on, which I would recommend. Like, hey, use these settings or use these settings. One more thing, we thought about it would be nice to share your cell exclusive settings with other summoners. I definitely do like that, but I also somewhat have my doubts about it. Like, let's say, for example, I would share mine on my main, or that I have on my main to everyone, then I have different rune standards than other people have. And that's where I wouldn't really necessarily copy what someone else has. Like, for example, I'm lacking the slot 6 attacks that I showed in a previous guide video of what runes to keep, what runes to sell. This would be very specific on your account and your progression rather than what I have or anyone else has. So just completely simply taking like, oh, I take the one from Obaba. It's like Obaba got crazy Swift runes. And his like his how to say it, what he would like to keep on fire is a lot lower than on Swift, for example. So it kind of depends on your account rather than whatever someone you copy from. So be somewhat careful with that. But it is a nice setup if you're like, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Yeah, then just copy someone that I would say has, because in the end, this is just selecting for you to start selling. You can still unclick or double check if you want to, but that's the main thing. Like you kind of want to set it right and then don't double check it. We're planning to add this feature in the future, so it's not coming right away, but it will be there in the future. A feature of the future. So probably a guide will be useful. Of like probably written guides may be easier, but I think I'll do video guides because that's what I do. I don't like writing. We expect to have the shared states will be allowed for most optimal by comparing the settings to one another. Yeah, it's nice to also see like what is changed. Like if I have setting A and you're setting B, and I just say like, okay, take this, then it also shows like, okay, what changed in the past. Please look forward to the new feature and give us a shot to give us a lot of feedback. Make sure to give us a lot of feedback. That's definitely nice that they're liking the feedback. Although we only talked about Rune's explanation, sub-exclusive process, please note that it will work for artifacts, grinds, and chant stones the same way, which I definitely do like. Our team is working towards applying the details we shared today to the game on the 15th of November. Please look forward to new updates. We will come back with more exciting news in the next developer note. So that does mean that there's going to be another developer note before the patch actually releases. I'm not entirely sure what part that would be about. Wait, what part are we still missing then? I think they kind of mentioned everything already. Yeah, they have this mentioned. Maybe they mention more about like actual drop rates, because I think most of the other stuff is kind of mentioned, isn't it? Maybe they have some additional stuff that they didn't mention in here in the first place. Oh, also something that someone mentioned earlier. This is scheduled for November the year 23, where than the 23rd of November, which I thought that it was at the for a second. So it might be that we get Steel Fortress on the first update in November as well. So it could be the 15th. Could be a thing. I don't know. However, once again, guys, thanks a lot for watching. A little bit more energy today, still with the shitty audio though, but that's just is what it is until I'm back in December. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. I definitely do want to appreciate Comtos for taking like a nice approach of saying like, okay, I know that you guys are really looking forward to the updates. Reddit is full of like, where update? Which is very understandable. We mostly know from Comtos that they have the updates with like in 1-2 days, the moment of a developer node release. In this case, it was not the case, but it's good for them to not let us wait another 5 days. But they actually say like, hey, sorry guys, we're still working on stuff. We also have the timing with like the guild tournament. They will probably have a balance patch like right after the guild tournament as well. And that's going to be hopefully the balance patch to shake up things a little bit. Because that is the moment that there's no siege tournament, there's no SWC. So that's the moment where they can start like maybe nerfing a Raccoony, a Miles, do some other impactful, like a random unit gets the speed lead and becomes the new Oliver. I don't know, something crazy like that. We shall see. We have a whole bunch of units that were recently released that are pretty crap. We have some Indras, we have some cookies still there, we have some AC units in there, we have so many units still kind of crap. We have probably one or two random LD units that no one predicted are going to be crazy over buffed. They also like to do those. But let's see how those come, and definitely do think that we have some good things coming in the future. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you as always in the next video.